Other major weather concerns: subtropical storm Alberto threatening Florida and the Gulf Coast, the first named storm of the 2018 season, making for a messy Memorial Day. Delta has issued a travel waiver for 6 airports in Alabama and Florida ahead of Alberto. Meteorologist Allison Chinchar has more. Good morning.
Allison, our first named storm of the 2018 Atlantic hurricane season, Alberto, is already bringing very heavy rainfall to areas of the southeast, and it will continue to take that heavy rain off to the north in the coming hours. We expect landfall of subtropical storm Alberto to happen within the next 12 hours, even though impacts have already started for Florida within the last 24 hours. You can notice as it continues off to the north, it is going to weaken quickly. This is fantastic news. However, that doesn't mean the storm is going to dissipate entirely. We still expect to have very heavy rainfall, not just for the Gulf Coast states, but even further inland. Cities like Atlanta, Nashville, Charlotte can still expect to have widespread amounts of 4 to 6 inches of rain, with some isolated spots, especially along the coastal regions, picking up 8 to even 10 inches of rain. Here's a look at the forecast. Again, you can see very heavy rain pushing up the coast into states like Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and eventually up into areas of the mid-Atlantic, say, for example, around Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, where they are still recovering from the flooding that took place there on Sunday.
All right, shalom. This is Canucks Alberto from the GMS Lions in Camp. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakak, Radash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the argument that are pushing this truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. I just want to say, hey, kudos to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai for effing up these people wicked ass holiday, Memorial Day, with this storm, man. You know, and this is kicking off the hurricane season, you know, about a week or so early. You know, it's a beautiful thing, I'm going to get a couple scriptures talking about this storm right here, heading over Florida and going over parts of Georgia and Alabama, going up through the northern parts of the United States. And it said it's going to dissipate, but it's not going to totally, it's going to weaken, but it's not going to dissipate. Let me phrase that right. So it's a great thing, man. You're going to see a lot more of these storms and stuff, you know what I'm saying, over the course as we get closer and closer to the end, man. You know, there's parts in the Bible, in the book of Joshua, I think it is, where he sent storms first before the children of Israel went and invaded, you know what I'm saying, certain lands. So these storms getting real heavy and heavy is a sign of the prophecies, man, about to get real heavy and heavy, all right? But it's a beautiful thing that the Most High did it to ruin their weekend, man. Because, you know, in Florida, Memorial Day is a big thing, especially down in the Keys and in Miami. It's a lot of people that leave Jacksonville and go down south. And the Most High just ruined their whole day, man. They just spent all that money to go down south and party. You know what I'm saying? And all this money is just wasted, all right? Let me get Amos chapter 5, verse 18. It says, no, let me get on Amos 5 and 21. It says, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assembly. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offering of your fat beasts. All right, so what is it? I despise your feast day. What is Memorial Day? What do they do all day? Memorial Day, you got 4th of July coming up soon. What do? They barbecue. And you know they praying over the food, thinking they praying in the name of God, you know. But they don't know the true power in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. So he despises these feast days that you you know what I'm saying, partake with the wicked. All right. All right, it says this is 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. It says, be not evenly yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? All right. You know, you got some people say, oh, no, I just do it because it's time for the family to get together. But we're not supposed to make a covenant with the heathen. We're not supposed to be evenly yoked with the wicked. What does righteous have to do with unrighteous? You know what I'm saying? What does light have to do with dark? You know, the dark hides from the light. You know, because I guarantee if you go to these holiday cookouts and barbecues and you talk about the word, you're going to be despised. They ain't going to want you around there. You're going to have to act out of character just to fit in around these other individuals. Because as soon as you start talking about the Lord, which is you're supposed to be in all manner of conversation, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you talk about the Lord, they're going to despise you. You know? So what business do you have being, you know what I'm saying, being around these wicked individuals that are now if you live at home or something like that, and you know what I'm saying, you got parents or whoever you living with that does that, and they, you know what I'm saying, I feel you, I get you on that, but you ain't gotta be, you know, you don't have to really, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to be evenly yoked with them. You don't have to partake in these things like how they do, man, because this is not our rest. I mean, we it's better be in the house of mourning than the house of mirth. You know what I'm saying? So Most High, he despises those feast days, man. All right, the Most High don't deal with no Memorial Day. You know, that's why he's sending these storms out, man, sending these plagues out because of things like this, because of wicked holy days that they give homage to devils, man. This is the day for the devil, man. Esau created this day. All right, it's Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 8. The mighty Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai sendeth the plague. Who is he that can drive them away? All right. So with all these storms and stuff coming, there's nothing that the military can do to stop them. They got the HARP machine where they create storms, but when the Most High send these massive storms, man, ain't nothing Esau could do to stop it. All right. It says, "Who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall come forth from his wrath, and who is he that can quench it? He shall cast lightnings. Who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid?" All right, so like you could, like in Florida, you know what I'm saying? We right in the midst of Hurricane Alley, so we get hit. So a part of Florida gets hit with a hurricane almost every year, just about every year. They get caught with some kind of form of tropical storm or the outskirts of the storm. Every year, Florida gets hit some kind of way with one of these storms. All right, and you should see the terror, like that and the chaos that happens, you know, every year when this goes down, man. There's people flooding and fighting in the stores. It's like Black Friday trying to get water and stuff like that. You know, it's crazy. Because people go into panic because the scriptures say, "Give not haste in the time of trouble." All right, because like somebody made a good point on Facebook last year when the Hurricane Irma thing was going on. People were rushing, all these black folks rushing out to get water, and the dude posted in Facebook. He said, question, what kind of water do y'all use to make y'all Kool-Aid? And he just put in, I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? So I thought about it, and it was right around the time when Irma and everybody was stocking up on water. You use tap water to make your Kool-Aid, all right? But you going out spending all this money, you know, preparing for these storms. You know, it's all a propaganda by Esau because you can buy all the water and everything you need, and the Most High find a way to take it from you. All right? It says, the Lord shall threaten. This is 2 Ezra 16:11. It says, the Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earthquake and the foundation thereof, the sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof are also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. All right. So, and that's the Most High sending these storms, man, to put fear in the hearts of men. All right. Let me get Psalms 101. I'm gonna make this real quick. on 1 second. Shlaki, Psalms 107 and 25. It says, "For he cometh and raiseth up the stormy wind, which lifted up the waves thereof. They mount up to the heavens, they go down again to the depths. Their soul is melted because of trouble." All right, they reel to and fro and stagger like a drunken man, and are at their wits' end. And that's what kind of chaotic situation that these storms cause. All right, and that goes for people in their spirit. All right, these storms represent the spirit of man, and the fear that's going to be placed upon them. All right, it shows if people are acting all chaotic for like when these storms are breaking out. Imagine when the Lord show up, how chaos is going to be. Imagine when martial law comes up, when the storm of troops come in, how chaotic everybody's going to be. You know, people are getting all crazy for wind and rain and thunder and lightning, which I don't deal with it. I don't like storms either, but I'm saying from a spiritual standpoint, imagine how these people are going to be in that day. All right. It said, "Then they cry unto the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, in their trouble, and he bringeth them out of their distress." But who is he going to bring out of their distress? You know what I'm saying? The elect of the children of Israel said, "Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time." So we're going to understand what's going on. All right? We're not going to be dismayed by the signs of heaven when we see the dark clouds and the tempest. Let me get Jeremiah 23 and 19. It says, "Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. All right, the anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider it perfectly." All right. So that's basically it, man. All right, the Lord is sending his wrath to shake the earth. Okay? Once he gets through sending these storms, you know what I'm saying? That's when some more hell's going to break loose. All right, this is Jeremiah 30 and 23. It says, "Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth in the fury, and continuing whirlwind, it shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he have performed the intent of his heart in the latter days." And that's a precept for the, you know what I'm saying, the scripture I just read. All right. So all these plagues are going to fall upon the hands of the wicked, or the heads of the wicked, man. And 2/3 of our people are going to catch these plagues, man. All right. The Most High said he's going to send these plagues out. Matter of fact, let me real quick. Psalms 83, and then I'm going to come back to it. This is a second. I just 15. Something like that. It says, Shalakia. All right, this is second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 5. It says, "Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the woods?" And that's how the anger of the Lord is, of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is like a hungry lion in the woods, man. It says, "Or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it has begun to burn? All right, may anyone turn again an arrow that shoot out of an archer?" No, you can't send these plagues back once the Most High send them out. All right. Oh yeah, that was it on that. All right. Let me go back to Psalms 83 and 13. It says, but you know what I'm saying, the Most High is going to keep keep the righteous safe, keep them safe in mind, keep them safe and physically safe, spiritually safe, mentally safe, This is Psalms 83 and 13. It says, "O my power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, make them like a wheel as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them which with thy tempest, and make them afraid of thy storm." All right, it says, and that's what the Lord is doing right now. He's stirring up the hearts of men. You know what I'm saying? He's showing his presence. Okay, it says, "Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth." So he created these storms that he's sending forth, man. And he also created the refuge that he's going to send forth to protect the children of Israel, which are the angels, man. All right, let me get Isaiah 25 and 1. It says, "O Lord, thou art my power. I will exalt thee. I will praise thy name, for thou hast done wonderful things. Thy counsel of old are faithfulness and truth. For thou hast made of a city an heap of a defense city, a ruin, a place of strangers, to be no city. It shall never be built. Therefore shall the strong people glorify them, and the city of the terrible nation shall fear thee. For thou hast been a strength to the poor, and a strength to the needy in his distress, a refuge from the storm, a shadow from the heat, when the blast of the terrible ones is a storm against the wall." So the Most High is the refuge for the storm of the wicked that come against us. All right. So he's gonna send the angel. He said the angels shall take charge over thee and bear thee up in thy wings, man. So we're gonna be, to the Lord willing, I'm part of that number, but the elect are gonna be protected in that day, man. All right, in any day of any storm. Okay, this is Isaiah 4 and 5. It says, I'm gonna end it out with this. It says, "And the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion, and upon her assemblies, a cloud, a smoke by day, and a shining of flaming fire by night." That's a chariot. "For upon all the glory shall be a defense, and there shall be a tabernacle and a shadow in the daytime from the heat, and for a place of refuge, and for a covert from the storm and from rain." All right. And with that being, and that's going to be given to us by the Spirit and physically when he shows up, man. All right, with that being said, I want to give all glory and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Rekakwadash, Ma'amat, double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and salutations to the Ark that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, and peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, we're part of that hopeful elect number, and we'll be covered by the storm. All right, shalom.